You finish work, grab your phone to relax, but an hour later you feel drained, not refreshed. Does that sound familiar? That's because scrolling isn't built for relaxation. It is engineered like a slot machine to keep you compulsively pulling the lever. While you are playing this slot machine, something profound is happening in your brain. The part of your brain for impulse control powers down, handing control over to your emotional, reward-seeking brain. We will now uncover the science of why your scroll is a source of stress, from its manipulative architecture to its nervous system impact. It starts with the architecture. First, the infinite scroll removes all natural stopping points. There's no end or completion cue for your brain. Next, the algorithm isn't for calm, it's for reaction. It pushes content that triggers strong emotions because high emotion equals high engagement. Finally, we constantly switch apps and tabs. This media multitasking comes with a huge cognitive cost, increasing stress and making us distractible. Let's return to that infinite scroll. This is a fundamental psychological manipulation. Our brains are wired to seek completion and satisfaction. Scrolling denies us this. The task never ends, so your brain never gets the signal to stop and rest, leaving you feeling stuck in the feed. So the architecture is intentionally bottomless and emotionally charged. But how does this create that feeling of unrelaxing scrolling? Why does it feel so difficult to just stop? It's because every scroll is a gamble, and our brains are addicted to the possibility of winning. This is the variable reward schedule. Most posts are uninteresting, but occasionally you find something amazing. That unpredictability is the key. Your brain releases dopamine in anticipation of that reward. That compulsive feeling is your brain hooked on the chance, just like in gambling. Remember how the prefrontal cortex, your CEO brain, goes quiet? This dopamine-fueled system takes over, making it difficult for your mind to say, enough. There is a darker, long-term consequence to these constant dopamine hits. Your brain adapts by desensitizing your dopamine receptors. This means you need more stimulation just to feel normal, which is why quiet activities can feel agitating after being on your phone. Consider doom scrolling. Your brain's negativity bias latches onto bad news, and the variable reward system keeps you searching, creating an anxiety cycle. Or think of social media. The stream of curated lives triggers a fear of missing out, creating a low-grade, persistent cortisol stress response. Beyond emotions, every single post taxes your brain. This is cognitive load. Even passive consumption rapidly depletes your mental energy. When cognitive load becomes chronic, you get information fatigue or brain fog. It's that feeling of being unable to think clearly after screen time. All this processing leads to decision fatigue. Have you ever been too mentally tired to decide on dinner after being on your phone? That's this in action. This brings us to a complex truth. Often we don't scroll to relax, we scroll to escape. It's a distraction, not genuine restoration. But what about when you zone out? That blank zombie scroll state must be a form of rest, right? Neuroscience suggests the opposite. This feeling of relaxation is an illusion. Your nervous system is still highly active, tracking, processing, and reacting. This is a low-grade state of alert. That zombie state is what some call a freeze response. Your nervous system is so overwhelmed it disconnects to protect itself. This signals overstimulation. The long-term cost of living in this state is a diminished capacity for deep focus. Our brains get trained for constant, rapid-fire information. Let's connect the dots. The addictive slot machine architecture keeps us engaged, leading to massive cognitive overload. This manifests as physical fatigue. This is compounded by direct physical stressors like digital eye strain. Reduced blinking and blue light lead to headaches, blurred vision, and neck pain. Perhaps most critically, this habit sabotages our primary recovery tool, sleep. Blue light from screens suppresses melatonin, disrupting rest. So you see the cycle? The system creates compulsion. The content overloads our brains, and the physical act disrupts sleep. We scroll because we are tired. So, why doesn't scrolling feel relaxing anymore? Because it was never intended to be. It's a system built to mine our attention and exploit our psychology. The key takeaway is this: your fatigue is not a personal failure or a lack of willpower. You are contending with a system built to produce this outcome. Understanding these mechanisms is the first step to taking back control. Recognizing that scrolling is work allows you to choose true relaxation. True rest is not finding the right content to consume. It is disconnecting to allow your mind and body to recover. What will you do instead?